Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Daily Focus Tarot for Tuesday, the 15th. That was too many at a time. Sagittarius for Tuesday, the 15th. Hope you're not getting headaches or earaches in your right ear. Okay. So you're getting a new perspective on your goals. Okay. Or you need to get a new perspective on your goals. With the Hangman and the Three of Wands here. Your goal, the path that you want to be on to expand and grow, you need to get that new perspective on it. Take some time out to think about things. Yeah, don't live in the past. Focus on your joy and your ability to be present in the here and now. So what in the past helped you achieve your goals? What in the past helped you feel like you were in the zone? What types of activities, what types of did you do before or after that helped you creatively have that flow in your life, have that zone, state, where you just had the flow, you had the creativity, you had, you were just able to keep that high level going, that high level of spirituality, creativity, physical, what types of activities helped you achieve that in the past. That's what you need to nurture, and you're not nurturing. Don't give in to overspending. Don't give in to a bad work-life balance. Poor health. You need to nurture your health. Definitely don't, in terms of getting the balance, don't give in to daydreaming, but there could be something under your nose that's a gift from the universe that you're not seeing. Yeah, this work-life balance, that's what you really need to focus on. The giving and the receiving and the work-life balance. And then we've got, where you're moving on from, or you're trying to move on, you're not quite there yet. You're trying to move on, you're trying to change something that you felt a lot of grief, a lot of remorse, a lot of shame over, sadness over. Some situation that really emotionally wounded you. You're trying to change that and move on from it, and you need to be mindful of what you're bringing into your inner circle and what you're keeping out of it. Be mindful of what you're reading, what you're watching, listening to. Keep your vibration high. Do meditations. Don't watch negative people, angry people. Don't be around those. Or severely limit your time around them, because they are affecting you. Learn to build like a psychic protection, like the psychic egg around your aura, around yourself, and to clean your aura daily. Learn to clean your energy, okay, by grounding into the earth, by cleansing the aura. Really look at those sorts of things, because that might help you with this change. It might help you get over this negativity, get over this grief, whatever this was. I mean, you're studying the transformation, or you're trying to study how you can transform yourself. That's going to help you. You want to make sure that your thoughts and your influences are your own. She's alone in the circle, right? She's casting the circle. When you cast a circle, it's either to keep something in or to keep something out, right? So you're keeping something inside the circle, which is usually the purpose of it. But you can also cast a circle to keep stuff out of the circle, right? So what you're keeping in your life, it's really affecting you, right? And that can affect whether the circle goes in your favor or goes against you, whether the wheel of fortune goes against you or for you, right? So you want to be this free spirit. You want to transform your life. You're studying how you can do that. And part of that is you want your own thoughts to be in your own inner circle. You don't want the influence of society. You don't want the influence of your parents, your friends. You know, ultimately you want it to be you in the circle, alone in the circle, right? You want to be your own individual person, your own free spirit. You want to be the guide in your life, right? The guiding force in your life. You don't want it to be other people or other, things. So it's important to avoid being overly influenced by things like music, by things like other people's opinions, your family, your friends, social media, the news, in anybody, you know. It's important to sort out which opinions and which thoughts are yours, which values are yours, which morals are yours, and which were forced onto you as a child or forced onto you as an adult by society, by other people, by popular media, by just even like the insinuation of stuff. Like the insinuation, for example, beauty products, the insinuation that every woman needs to wear makeup, right? Or that every man needs to cover up their gray hair or have a beard or something. There's this sort of insinuation through consumerism that's a little bit subtle, and sometimes it's not so subtle. But there's also insinuations of values and morals that are put onto you by friends, by religions, by groups that you belong to, community groups, by your parents, of course. And you need to really study, if you want to transform your life and really transform yourself, you need to study those things. You need to understand, where does this come from? Does this actually come from me? Or does it come from somebody else? And that can have a big impact on what it is that you see, what it is that you think about, how you achieve balance, and how you get away from, this hurt and negativity, this grief, how you move on from it. So the Emperor also came out sideways, right underneath the Page of Wands, right underneath the Free Spirit. The power, the will to transform your life, the beginning of that transformation. This came out. The Emperor, he looks at his life and he looks at it very cold-heartedly, right? He looks at it and he cuts out what he doesn't need. He cuts out the chaos. He sets up goals. He sets up habits. He sets up routines. He says, I don't need this anymore. And he lets it go. He returns it back to whoever it belongs to, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's an idea, a value that he can no longer use to help him achieve his emperor status. He lets it go. He returns it back to the universe, back to the people who own it. So this emperor, you want to be the emperor in your life. You want to be large and in charge in your life. And you really need to examine those things, those influences on you, and how they're affecting your ability to transform your life. So the Emperor, once he's done that, he then sets up the routines, the habits that help him achieve his Emperor status, that help him achieve his goal. So you can be the Emperor in your life. You can be in charge of your life. You can achieve the goal that you want for your life. But it takes that self-examination, and it takes that ruthlessness to say, I don't need this anymore. I don't need this in my inner circle. Or this is what I need in my inner circle. I'm bringing it into my inner circle. And these things I'm pushing out. Okay? I really hope that made sense. Take care of yourself. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow.